Hello, children. The poem which we are going to discuss today is, as you can see on the screen, Rain on the Roof. This is a beautiful nature poem written by an American poet, Kurt Kinney, who was born on November 24th, 1826, and died on January 25th, 1904. He was a journalist and a poet, and he has written this beautiful poem. The theme basically is based on nature. This poem is based on the theme of nature. To be specific, how one can enjoy life in the lap of nature, how you can enjoy life in conformity with nature, being one with nature and obeying laws of nature. How you can enjoy life. The events of life can be enjoyed if you are in conformity with nature, and it's a source of real pleasure in one's life. It may be a source of real pleasure, real joy in one's life. That's what the poet has described in this poem. It's a beautiful short poem. uh, let's begin. In the introduction itself, the theme of the poem will be clear to you. I'm just reading. Look in your book or here on the screen, you can see, when the sky is covered with dark clouds and it starts raining. Have you ever listened to the patter of soft rain on the roof? What thoughts flashed through your mind as you heard this melody of nature? Read the poem to find out what the poet dreamed of while listening to the rain. While listening to the rain. Look here. See, in this poem, the poet imagines that the sky is overcast. Here you can see dark clouds. Okay, the sky is covered with dark rain bearing clouds, and it starts raining. It starts it starts raining. Okay, and when it rains on the roof, of the cottage type houses, those houses you find in the western countries. Okay, and in India also, in the villages, old houses are the cottage type houses. On the roof there are tiles, so the pattering sound of the rain can be heard when it rains on the roof. Pattering sound, repeated light sound, is the pattering sound. Patter of soft rain, that the poet calls patter of soft rain. Soft repeated sound is patter. And as you lie in your cottage chamber, in a room in your cottage, you hear this sound. Then the poet says, what thoughts flashed through your mind as you heard this melody of nature? Melody. Melody. Melody means music. Melody means music of nature. The nature is playing music. Then it is raining, and the sound of raindrops falling on the roof are heard by you, and you are enjoying it. You're enjoying the melody, the song, the music of nature. Okay, and the poet here says in the poem, you see, which has been given here in the introduction also, that what the poet dreamed of while listening to the rain. That we'll see in the detail in the poem. This is the introduction, and here the introduction makes it clear to you that when you are just very close to nature, you enjoy each and every moment of your life. You can enjoy each and every moment of your life, and you get comfort, you get solace, you get peace of mind. Okay, let us begin the poem. Stanza wise discussion we will make, and it will be clear to you. You will understand it. It is very easy and interesting poem, of course. The first stanza is like this: when the humid shadows hover over all the starry spheres, and the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears, what a bliss to press the pillow of a cottage chamber bed and lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. In the first stanza, the poet has described the scene at night. The scene at night. It is night time and you are in your cottage chamber. You are in a cottage chamber. Look here, it is cottage chamber. Cottage means you can see here. This is the cottage, isn't it? Cottage type houses. It has the sloping roofs. Chamber means a room in a cottage. You are in a cottage chamber, okay, and it is raining. And it is raining, and that melody of rain you are enjoying. Okay, let's start discussing from the first line itself. When the humid shadows, this expression, humid means, humid shadows means rain bearing clouds. Rain bearing clouds. Okay, humid shadows hover over all the starry spheres. Starry spheres. Starry spheres means the sky studded with stars. The sky full of stars. Sphere, space, open space, which is full of stars. But those stars are hidden behind the clouds. When the sky is overcast with the rain bearing clouds, you can't see the stars in the night because the stars are hidden behind the clouds. Okay, when the humid means, you see, uh, the wet shadows, wet, wet, wet. Why they are wet? Because moisture is there. Tiny droplets are there in the clouds. That's why they are humid. Okay, they are wet. They are humid, and they look like shadows. The clouds look like shadows in the night. And this word, this expression, hover over. Okay, it's a phrasal verb. Hover over. Look here. Hover over. Hover over means fly over something. For example, the helicopter is flying over a particular area, or the train is airplane or the aircraft is flying over your city. The house flies are hovering over the seats, hover over, fly over. Okay, humid shadows hover over all the starry spheres. That means in the sky, the clouds are floating in the air, and the stars are hidden behind the clouds. Okay, so when this happens, and the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears. Melancholy means sad or sorrowful. Melancholy, melancholy darkness. Melancholy darkness. Melancholy means sad or sorrowful. Darkness is weeping, and the tears of darkness are falling in the form of rains. Melancholy darkness, gently, melancholy darkness, gently weeps, and the tears of darkness are falling in the form of rain. Okay, but darkness is not a human being. Look here, darkness is not a human being. So how can it weep? So here the poet has used a poetic device which is called personification. Darkness is given the form of a person or a human being, okay, who is weeping, and the tears are rolling down the cheeks, rolling down the eyes of darkness, and those tears are the raindrops. The poet means that. And the melancholy darkness. Melancholy means when you are sad. When you are sorrowful, then only you will weep. So darkness in itself is something which is of negative type, and that's why it is weeping. Okay, darkness is weeping, and the raindrops are falling. Darkness, the tears of darkness are falling in the form of raindrops, and the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears. It is clear to you now. When it happens, the sky is full of clouds, stars are hidden, and in the darkness it is raining. What a bliss to press the pillow of a cottage chamber bed. What a bliss! Bliss means extreme pleasure. Bliss. Great happiness. It's a great happiness to press the pillow of a cottage chamber bed and lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. The poet says, when it is raining in a night in the rainy season, and when I am in a cottage, when the poet is in a cottage, he enjoys the the bliss of nature, the extreme pleasure of nature. What is that? He is lying in the cottage chamber, and and it is raining on the roof, and the sound of the pattering sound of the raindrops falling on the roof are heard by the poet. Look here. Patter of the soft rain. Patter of the soft rain. Patter means soft sound made by the rains, by the raindrops falling on the roof. So the poet is lying in his cottage chamber, in his bed, and he's listening to the melody of nature, and that melody is pattering sound, soft sound of the rain falling on the roof of the cottage. You can see here, here is the cottage. It is raining, okay, and the raindrops are falling on the roof, and this the pattering sound they are making. You can just see pattering sound. You can hear it. Pattering sound. This is what the poet is talking. You can just understand by looking at this scene in this video. Well, so in this first stanza, the rhyming scheme also I have just marked here. You see, A, B, C, B, D, E, F, E. Hover is A, and spears is B, darkness is C, and tears is B again, because spheres accords with tears, isn't it? It vibrates with tears. So spheres and tears. It is B, so this also is B. Okay. Pillow is D. There is no other word like this which can vibrate with this. So it is D. Then bed is E, and patter is F. Patter is F, and overhead is E, because bed and overhead, they also vibrate together. They accord. Bed and overhead, they accord or vibrate together. That's why bed and overhead. So E and E. So in this way, A, B, C, B, D, E, F, E. This is the rhyming scheme of the first stanza. Okay, my dear boys and girls, let us go to the second stanza. Okay, let us go to the second stanza and enjoy this beautiful poem. Well, it is here, you see. Every tinkle on the shingles, every tinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart, and 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy being start, and 1,000 recollections weave their air threads into woof, as I listen to the patter of the rain upon the roof. This is what the poet says. Okay, so in the cottage chamber it is raining, and every tinkle on the shingles. Tinkle. Tinkle means ringing sound. On the shingles. Tinkle is the ringing sound on the shingles. Shingles means the tiles. Tiles on the roof of the cottage. You can see here. Okay. And tinkling. This is sound. Tinkling. Some sort of. He has called rain pattering sound, tinkling sound. These are the expressions which the poet has used to express his feelings about the rain. Okay. So here you can see. So every tinkle on the shingles, that means every drop is making a tinkling sound, that is a ringing sound on the shingles, that means on these tiles of the cottage, has an echo in the heart, and that tinkling sound is echoing. Echoing means reverberating. Echoing means reverberating in the heart of the poet. It is vibrating in the heart of the poet. It is resounding in the heart of the poet. Every tinkle on the shingles, that means every ringing sound of the raindrops falling on the roof, has an echo in the heart. It is echoing or resounding, okay, in the heart of the poet. And 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy being start. The poet is busy. Poet is a busy being. Poet is a busy being. Why? What is he busy with? He is busy with nature now. He is enjoying the music of nature. He is busy enjoying. Okay. So every tinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart, and 1,000 dreamy fancies. Dreamy fancies. Fancies again are imaginations, imaginary thoughts. Okay. And there are thousands of imaginations which come to poet's mind when he is enjoying the music of rain on the roof. Okay. And 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy being start. Okay. They come to the poet's mind. The thousands of dreamy, fanciful thoughts come to the poet's mind, and 1,000 recollections weave their air threads into woof. And 1,000 recollections. Recollections means recollecting the past events. Okay, the past events coming to the past events are coming to the poet's mind. That is called recollection. He is recollecting what had happened when in the past of his own life. And 1,000 recollections weave their air threads into woof. These recollections, these past thoughts are just like air threads. They are like air threads. And woof, WOOF, woof is threads of a loom cloth. Woof, woof are the threads or the loom cloth. Okay, they are woven in a loom cloth. In the same way, and there are thousands in number. These threads in a woof, okay, are thousands in number. In the same way, the thoughts on the poet's mind now are thousands in number. Many thoughts are coming and going. All his past is reeling through his mind. That's the situation. Okay, exactly as into a woof there are small threads, thousands in number. In the same way, the thoughts of past events, thousands of thoughts of past event are on the mind of the poet. Okay, this thing happens. Okay, tinkling sound he hears, and it is echoing in his heart, and he is lost in dreamy, fanciful thoughts. Okay, and he recollects the events of his past life when, as I listen to the patter of the rain upon the roof, as he listens to this pattering sound on the roof, pattering sound of rain upon the roof when it listens. This thing happens. Well, I hope the second stanza is clear to you. Well, let us go to the last stanza. Here you see this last stanza has some relation with the second one. It has some link with the second one. See, in the second stanza, the poet has said he recollects the past. He recollects the past events. So, what past event comes to poet's mind? He becomes specific in this last stanza. Let us see and enjoy it. You see, now in memory comes my mother, as she used in years agone. The poet says, I recollect the thought of my mother. My mother comes into my memory, okay, as she used in the years agone. Agone means bygone year. Agone, bygone, bygone, the past years, the years which are past now, okay. Now those years are becoming fresh in his memory now. Now in memory comes my mother, as she used in years bygone. In the past, what my mother used to be, how we, the children, used to be very comfortable and very affectionate with her, and she used to be affectionate with us in turn. Okay, how we enjoyed our mother's company in childhood. Those childhood memories are coming to the poet's mind now. Okay, see, as she used in years agone to regard the darling dreamers ere she left them till the dawn. What the mother is doing, the poet is imagining the thought of the mother comes to the poet's mind. What thought? To regard the darling dreamers. What the mother is doing, she's regarding. Regard. Regard has many meanings, but here it means to love. To love. To be affectionate with. Here it means that. To regard the darling dreamers. Darling dreamers. Darling means one who is very, affectionate. One who is very beloved to you. Darling. Okay. One who is very beloved to you. Your darling daughter, your darling son, your darling mother. Okay. Darling children. So darling dreamers are the children. Dreamers are the children. Okay. The poet's siblings, the poet's brothers and sisters. Okay. So what the mother does, to regard the darling dreamers, that means she loved the darling dreamers when air means before she left them till the dawn. Dawn is the early hour of morning. Okay, the children were going to bed, and before she herself went to bed, she sang for them. She sang for them. She petted them, and she made them sleep in their bed before she herself went to bed. So, she left them till the dawn. Now the children will be sleeping till dawn happily, because they are petted, they are comforted by the mother at the bedtime. So it is a very lovely, very enjoyable experience for the children to have to receive affection at the time of sleeping, while they were lying down in the bed. Okay, that is the meaning here, you see. So now it is clear to you, these 4 lines. Now in memory comes my mother, as she used in years agone, okay, to regard the darling dreamers ere she left them till the dawn. That means she made the children sleep, and the children would be sleeping till the morning, and before she made them sleep, and before she herself went to her bed, she made the children sleep. Okay, this is the meaning of these 2 lines. Okay. Oh, I feel her fond look on me. Fond look. You say, I am fond of tea. I am fond of toffees. Okay, fond of means you like something. Okay, here Fond look means her affectionate look on me. The poet says, I feel her fond look on me. The poet feels her affectionate, loving look on himself. His mother looked very affectionately on him, and the poet recollects that memory, and he feels as if his mother is looking at him very affectionately even now. That's what the poet feels while he's lying in his cottage chamber in his bed. Okay. As I list to this refrain, list means listen. List, list. List means to listen to this refrain. Refrain. Refrain means repeated sound. Refrain means repeated sound. In the songs, or in the different stanzas of the poem, the same sound sometimes, same line, same sound sometimes is repeated. That is refrain. Refrain. Okay. So refrain here means music. You can say it relates to music. Okay. As I listen to this refrain, this repeatedly, the music is being played repeatedly, continuously. You can see here, continuously. Here, yes, you can listen continuously the pattering sound of wings. So the music is being played continuously. As I listen to this, and the poet listens, listen. The poet listens to this refrain, this music which is being continuously played, and he remembers the fond look of his mother on him. Okay. So as I listen to this refrain, which is played upon the shingles, this music is played upon the shingles. Shingles, I have already told you, tiles, by the patter of the rain, by the patter of the rain. Here, by the patter of the rain, pattering sound, soft, melodious sound. The rain is playing, okay? The soft, melodious sound, the rain is playing, and the poet is enjoying, and he is thinking of the past memories become fresh in his mind, and particularly the memory of his mother, which he has very vividly described in this last stanza. So it is very clear, the last stanza is clear. I am reading it very quickly. You see, now in memory comes my mother, as she used in years agone to regard the darling dreamers as she left them till the dawn. Oh, I feel her fond look on me as I listen to this refrain which is played upon the shingles by the patter of the rain. So I hope this last stanza also is clear to you. Well, that's all about this poem, my dear boys and girls. The exercises are given in the exercises are given in the end. You do those exercises, and I'll be giving you some extra questions also for more practice. That's all for today. Thank you very much and have a nice time.